Hi students, welcome to the session on toroid. Right, so already we studied about a solenoid that how magnetic field was induced like that and value of magnetic field we found. The solenoid is like a rectangular structure or helical structure where the coils are wound tightly, right? So and we found what is the magnetic field. H is equal to Ni by L. This we have studied, right? But what is the problem with this solenoid is at the end there may be a flux leakage at the end of the helix, so we may get some flux leakage. So resultant magnetic field will be of less value than we expect. So in order to avoid that flux leakage, what we do is this rectangular shape is bent in such a way that it will become a circular shape like this, right? So there is only one difference. So here you see the total length is L, right? So instead of L, this L is bent like a circular shape with the radius R. Then what should be the magnetic field we can expect in toroid? Which must be equal to Ni by 2 pi R. Yes or no? Because total length is bent into circle. So it is a surface area of the sphere, circumference of the circle, so it should be equal to 2 pi r. This is the answer we are expecting. Instead of L, L is straight line that is bent with radius r means that length is equal to 2 pi r only. Let us see how we get this. Okay, so here what we are going to do is we have to find magnetic field. So we see that here this is inside the toroid. So this is inside this area, the magnetic field will be constant, right? The magnitude of the magnetic field will be constant, right? But interior region here, the magnetic field will be 0, B0 or H0. Outside also at this point, here also the magnetic field B or H is equal to 0. Let us prove that. Okay. Okay. So let us go and prove this. So current is flowing like this and it is coming out of the toroid like this. I is a current flowing. Whenever current flows, the magnetic field will be induced. Right? It is a cross-sectional view of the toroid. Right? So we are having this inner conductor, this is outer conductor. So we have to find a magnetic field at three area. Case one, inside, inner region of the toroid. So first thing we see that interior to the toroid, this region is known as inner region. This is inside toroid. The red circle, two red circles are uh, the toroid formation, right? So outside region, this one. So first we find what is the magnetic field interior to the toroid. Interior to the toroid. Interior space like this one, this area, right? So that we have to find what is that interior space. Let me draw with this area. These are all the areas coming under the category of interior space. Okay, so let us take, we want to find what is the magnetic field at point P, right? So we are going to use Ampere circuital law to find magnetic field. So what is Ampere circuital law? B dot dl is equal to mu naught I. So we have to choose, whenever you want to apply Ampere circuital law, we have to choose Amperian loop. Amperian loop is circular shape because the toroid is also in circular. We take a circular loop as a Amperian loop. It is symmetry. Fine. So with the radius, you see this is the loop, this dash line with radius R1. With radius R1. So what is the circumference? It is 2, L is equal to 2 pi R1. Okay, now we apply this one to the Ampere circuital law. What will happen? For interior region, let us assume this is loop 1. So loop 1, Amperian loop 1. So this loop is Amperian loop 1. So I call loop 1. So B dot dl at point P, I want to find magnetic field. So BP dot dl is equal to mu naught I enclosed, or mu naught I, instead of if you put H dot dl, it will become what do you call? So you can make it as L is equal to, when you are divided by this mu naught, if you bring this side, B by mu naught is equal to H dot dl. So both are same only. So HP dot dl is equal to I enclosed. Okay. So this is what Ampere's circuital law. Here you see what is the current this loop enclosed. The loop doesn't enclose any current because the loop is inside, but current flows through this region and this region. There is no current is enclosed. Here you see, here current is going inside. Cross indicates current goes inside. Here current comes outside. So it is like my loop is going right now. So current is going in this direction, and it is coming out from this direction, right? So coming out, we know it should be represented by dot. So outside the conductor it is coming out, inside it is going in means cross. So everywhere current is going in. Here outside the circle it is coming out, right? That's what we have put dot. So inside here we have current, but this loop is not at all enclosing any current. Since no current is enclosed, I can say I enclosed is equal to 0. So what is the thing happening? Closed integral H dot dl becomes 0, right? So this means what is the magnetic field? Magnetic field is inside the interior region of the toroid. H is equal to 0, right? So even though H and DL are in same direction, you see what is the direction? This is the direction of magnetic field. This arrow mark, DL will be tangential to the magnetic field length. So both H and DL are in parallel. So HDL parallel means, what is H dot DL? HDL parallel means it is HDL cos 0. Cos 0 is 1, so HDL. Fine. So HDL 0 means H is equal to 0. Integral DL is nothing but total L. That is what 2 pi R1. Right. So otherwise I write this HDL is equal to H into integral DL, that is equal to HL. Right. So HL is equal to 0 means H is equal to 0. Right. This is what. So in the magnetic field at the interior of the toroid is 0. So all through this here the magnetic field is 0. Next we find a magnetic field at the outer space. H at outer space, case 2, H at outer space of toroid. What happens here? Here you see I want to find a magnetic field at this point outside the toroid. Let us assume point Q. Fine. So here again we choose Amperian loop but with the radius of R3. Okay. So what is this is what Amperian loop to find magnetic field at point Q. So what is my L3? L3 is equal to 2 pi R3. Fine. So if I apply this to Ampere's circuital law, it is, let us assume it is loop 3. Loop 3 is given by H dot dl is equal to I enclosed. Fine. So what happens here? You see here outside also the magnetic field is 0. Why? Because the current which is coming out of the plane, you see here the current is coming out. Here current is going in. Right? It is coming out of the screen. Here it is going inside the screen. So current coming out of the screen is cancelled by current going inside the screen. So I enclosed is 0. So I enclosed becomes 0. So what happens? That is equal to loop 3 H dot dl. Fine. So here we know the length is not 0 because L is 2 pi R3. That is not 0. That is, we are having a size. So what is the only thing possible to make right hand side 0? The H should be 0. So this implies H must be 0. So outside the toroid also the magnetic field is 0, or exterior to the toroid the magnetic field is 0. Now we find what is the magnetic field, right, at inside the toroid. Inside the toroid. Inside the toroid means what is the region? This is the region. Okay, let me draw that. Inside the toroid means this region, in between the two red circles. Fine. So here I have to find the what you call magnetic field. So let me find a magnetic field at point S. Okay. So let us take we want to find a magnetic field at this point S. So we take a Gaussian Amperian loop of radius R2. This is the radius R2. So inside the toroid I choose Gaussian loop with radius R2 means what is the length? It is 2 pi R2. L2 is 2 pi R2. So now we apply a Amperian loop. So it is H dot dl is equal to I enclosed, right? So here the current is enclosed because current is flowing here, right? So current is flowing here, the loop is enclosing that. So current is enclosed. What will be that current? I enclosed is equal to N into I, because we have N turns in the toroid. So I can write H dot dl at loop 2 is equal to Ni, right? So all through the loop you see all through the loop, this is the loop. Here you see this is what dl direction, right? Dl is aligned with magnetic field. So H and dl are what you call parallel. Fine. So HDL is parallel. So what we know from the equation, we substitute H dot dl means this loop 2 HDL cos theta, that is equal to N into I, that is N into 2 pi R2. Okay. So sorry, I only N into I. So HDL cos theta, because they are all parallel, cos 0. So H is constant, uniform electric field. I take dl outside is equal to Ni. What is that? Integral close to dl is nothing but our Gaussian Amperian loop of length surface circumference is 2 pi R2. Total circumference is R2. So H into total length is 2 pi R2 for our loop, that is equal to Ni. So what is my H? H is equal to Ni by 2 pi R2. As we expected, we got the same answer, right? So this is very important, right? Whereas in a solenoid, H is equal to Ni by L. Fine, you understand why we are going for toroid also, right? So I hope you understand the concept clearly. If you have any doubt, please ask me in comment section, right? I will clarify all your doubts. Thank you.